Well, welcome to the Cooking Corner here in the Air Comfort Solutions kitchen. We're happy to welcome back Joe Davidson from Oklahoma Joe's doing his World Championship pork butt. Let's get right to it.
I'm telling you, pork butts are one of the greatest things to cook on your barbecue grill. And so many people have got new presents, new smokers for Christmas. And they're like, how do I season it in and what's the best thing to cook it first? And I believe that pork butts do everything and check all those boxes. Because number one, they're so easy to cook. They're very forgiving during the cooking process as well. And they render enough grease that it really helps season your smoker in as well when you're doing that. And you know, the whole deal about a pork butt is that when you look at this, it's got a lot of different muscles inside of that. When you see them from that edge there, you can tell this is the money muscle right through here. You've got the bone on this side. You've got separate muscles all the way through it. So it's a series of individual muscles within the shoulder. It's got a good fat cap on the top side of it. So that way it's more or less self-basting during the cooking process. So that makes it so juicy and tender in the end. So it's so easy to do this. What I do is I take the mustard, and I always use spicy. I love Gildan spicy brown mustard. To me, it's got the perfect flavor.
That's the brand.
That is it. Yellow mustard seems to be a little bit too twangy for me. But I put this all over this dude. And when I say all over it, I mean I want to rub it down here. And you'll think, oh gosh, wouldn't that mustard give it a mustard taste when you finish cooking it? And the answer is no, it doesn't at all, actually.
It's like putting mayonnaise on your turkey.
It's kind of like that.
You don't taste the mayonnaise.
No, you don't. And it just helps give you a wonderful bark on it when you put your spices there, and helps those spices adhere to the pork butt itself as well. So we've got that rub down there. Then I use hog rub and yardbird seasoning. And this has got a sifter or a spooner there.
You got it? Okay.
Yep. And I mean, when I put it on there, I'm literally going to put as much on this as will stick and rub it all in on both sides of that dude. And then once you've done that on both sides, and it looks like I'm putting a lot on there, and I am. I'm wanting to put as much on this as will stick to it, and on the sides as well. Now, this bad boy is ready to go to the smoker. And when you're cooking on a smoker, I like to cook between 250 and 275 degrees, utilizing indirect heat and smoke. And the true definition of barbecue is you're cooking utilizing indirect heat and smoke derived from a charcoal or a wood fire. And what you're cooking has to lose 30% of its original weight during the cooking process. And that's the true definition of barbecue. Wow. And when you do that, you put it on your smoker, fat side up, let it sit in there for about 2 hours, and then
no foil, nothing.
No foil, no nothing. Okay. Just sitting on the grates, away from the firebox. A lot of times people are using pellet grills now, so make sure it's in the smoke mode. Okay. 250 to 275 degrees. 275 is my perfect temperature. Once I've done that, I'm going to let it go for about 2 hours. And you'll notice I've got this little trick too. I go from raw to clean.
That's a good idea.
So I put on 2 pairs of gloves, and that way I can go straight over and not cross-contaminate raw to this side right here. And then once you've got that done, 4 hours open, wrap it in foil, cook an additional 4 hours approximately, and then pull it off and let it rest for 1 hour. The key things are that 195 degrees internal meat temperature for 1 hour. That really breaks it down where it's super tender. Once you put it off, let it rest, not opening the foil because those juices are going to go back into it. And then look at this, how this bone will just slide right out of that. It's unbelievable how that cleans off there. And those little chunks, and then you just can use, look how that thing pulls apart there. And the juices are just thick inside of it. And this is the best barbecue you can do the first time you've tried barbecuing.
We're gonna get here and try it out a little bit.
Have a little bit of that with that bark on it. Nice brown bark on the outside of it. If you don't want to do this yourself, obviously you can come to Oklahoma Joe's. We've got plenty of pork butts there. And every other barbecue, you'd need to have a huge, wonderful New Year's spread. So come and see us.
Real quick, you're Oklahoma Joe. I bet your family loves you. Make great dishes for the holidays. What is gonna be your dish come Saturday night? Saturday night,
I'm going to be smoking a whole beef tenderloin.
Oh, excellent.
That's me.
That sounds great. Well, Joe, thank you as always for being here.
It's good to be here.
The food looks amazing. Well, you can check out many more recipes just like this one. Just go to our website at newson6.com/recipes. Up next, Pikachu hangs out courtside in South Beach at a Heat game.